With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a give to Breida. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, L.A. Chase Claypool, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Travis Homer, the former Miami Hurricane. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A gain of 3, 2nd down. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where he, their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, but he's got it.
At their 48-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 29-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
34-yard line.
Hey, 57, 57. Tighten up. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Finding Harris over the middle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. This is Homer. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Shit! Watch the shit! Check it out, read. Switch! I don't listen.
Mahomes now to throw. They'll roll him out. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit. Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
And he's into the clear. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, LA. Matt Breida, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Deontay Harris on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
3rd down and 1.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, 43, 15.
He may try and run for this. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. from midfield. Here's Mahomes. And now he'll tuck it and run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Preston Williams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. The fly route works for the TD ground.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run with Breida. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. They'll try and run for him with Miller. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Brian Burns racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. On the return, Johnson. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Rosas to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On third down, a run from Breida. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Harris returning. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
3-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Intercepted.
This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Henry Ruggs, the rookie, his intended target, and it's 2nd down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
27-yard line. A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. The kick by Maher is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Brian Burns, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They go play fake. Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down again.
Patrick Mahomes.
Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Able to find Harris complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle. But they allow the conversion.
6-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Singletary here running out of the gun. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Watch twins, watch twins. Bang, 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 bang.
They go right back to Singletary. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Being chased out left. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Brian Burns in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. After the sack on 1st down, Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Florida, C.J. Henderson. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And some room to roam now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
He's brought down.
That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
21 yards.
You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
On play action, Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
On for the field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Open man is Duvernay. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4.
Sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change your name, highlight your respect. Give them more than what I get, expecting at the back. In fact,
now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Now it's Mahomes again. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collected. Oh, now Breida loses it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Tackled by Ashton Davis up from the secondary.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They go play action. Now Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Preston Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Seahawks are within the extra point of taking the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's Haskins out of the gun. He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Rams.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They run again with Breida. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Hey, 43, 15. Motion.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. On 1st down, here's Breida. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this... And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Henry Ruggs. His 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. He knocks it through, and it's 35-21.
The score, Rams 35, Seahawks 20.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
How y'all get
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Going up top. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the rookie from Florida, C.J. Henderson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Carlton Davis picks it, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. So here we go, Charles. 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
3rd and inches.
Keep it on the ground. Fighting through. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they take a knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Miller, incomplete. Kevin King there defensively.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. One final try from Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play.